Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Bat here. Hope you're doing well. So, Renfield, this is a movie that came out back in April in the theater. I did not see it when it was in theaters. I was either going to go see this movie or the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I ended up going to see the Super Mario Brothers movie at the time. But this movie has finally come out on digital to rent, and I wanted to check it out. I like the director did with his last movie, the Lego Batman movie. I'm a fan of Nicholas Hoult. I think he's a very underrated actor, and he was in the last year's The Menu, which was one of my favorite movies of last year. He's right now currently looking at maybe being the new Superman, and I want to see what he does with this movie. You got Nicolas Cage playing Dracula. I mean, come on, what gets any better than Nicolas Cage playing a vampire? I mean, come on there. That's like gold. And I like vampire movies. A lot of people don't know that about me. I like my vampire movies. I like vampire movies, werewolf movies. Outside of slasher movies, give me a good vampire movie, give me a good werewolf movie, even though we don't get many of those nowadays. Positives. Nicholas Hoult. I think Nicholas Hoult is a very underrated actor. Him playing Renfield in this movie, he is the star of the movie. This is his movie. He shows a lot of range, comedy, drama, emotional themes, action themes. He is the full package. Him bouncing off Nicolas Cage is great. Him with Aquafina. He's the only thing that works in those scenes. I'll get to that in a minute. But I like Nicolas Cage here. Not Nicolas Cage. Nicholas Hoult. Double the Nicholas. Nicolas Cage. Come on. I am you tell me there is a Nicolas Cage movie. I will see it. Back in obviously Nicolas Cage has been around for a while. But in the early 2000s, when he was in movies like The Family Man, National Treasure movies, he had a few, The Weatherman, I like The Weatherman, The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I ate those movies up. I'm like, when someone said, there's a new Nicolas Cage movie out, I'm like, okay, I want to go see it. And here, he's great as Dracula. He has his Nicolas Cage moments, his Cageisms, if you want to call them that. There's one scene in there like, yep, that's full Nicolas Cage, being Nicolas Cage, alright. Even though he's playing Dracula. Even brings a little bit of Bela Lugosi in some moments. When they show like black and white footage, like flashback footage of, he's channeling Bela Lugosi pretty well there. So Nicolas Cage is I actually wanted more of Nicolas Cage in this movie. We actually don't get that much of him, which is kind of a bummer. The movie is very violent. I did not expect how much violence and action this movie had. It is extremely violent. So if you're looking for like a nice action horror comedy, this is it. And like I said, the humor. There's a lot of humor throughout this movie. Some of it intentional, some of it not intentional. Like some of the overblown action scenes, you're probably going to crack up at. Like I said, Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage in moments, you're going to crack up at. And the pacing. This movie is 93 minutes total. But before credits roll, it's only an hour and 26 minutes. It's a fast-paced, tight story. And I thought that was great. Makeup effects. There's some early scenes with Nicolas Cage and makeup. And I thought those would look pretty good, actually. So I thought the makeup in this movie actually worked well, too. My main negative is Aquafina. She plays this female cop trying to get this mob family that the sibling the mob family killed her father. I'm not a fan of Aquafina. I feel like every movie I see her in, she's doing her same old shtick. Actually, a movie that reminded me of this movie was the remake of Fright Night in 2011 with Colin Farrell, the late Anton Yelchin, Toni Collette. And in that movie they had McLovin, Jonathan, whatever, Mintz-Platz. And in that movie, McLovin, let's just say McLovin, was channeling McLovin, even though it wasn't Superbad. It was Fright Night. And he does that a lot in his movies. He just channels the same character he's already played. And that's what Aquafina does here. I'm watching Aquafina as this cop, and I'm like, you're just being yourself. You're sick. And it kind of gets annoying and kind of feels like that's the only one that's actually not acting. Because we've seen it over and over and over again. Overall, I'd probably give this like a 3.9 out of 5 or up to 4 out of 5. It's a nice, creamy, solid horror comedy action movie. I mean, this would be a good one to watch in October. If you don't want to watch a hard, scary movie, you want to watch like that horror comedy action, this movie would be perfect. So, did you see Renfield in the theater back in April, or are you like me who finally checked it out now and actually enjoyed it a lot more than I expected it to be? Let me know in the comments below.